This video is brought to you by the Halo Follower Halo 5 Guardians monthly giveaway, brought to you by TGN. Each month, one lucky winner will win a fully paid pre-order of Halo 5 Guardians until the release of Halo 5 Guardians every month. To enter, simply follow the Halo Follower and TGN Twitters and tweet anything alongside the hashtag of #HaloFollower. Today we're going to go over the history of one of the most interesting species in Halo, the LekGolo. Greeting Halo followers, continuing with our history of series and Halo lore. Every Thursday, we'll take a look at the most misunderstood species of the Covenant, the LekGolo, a powerful and reserved species within the Covenant that served a multitude of purposes. LekGolo, most commonly seen by human as Covenant hunters or McGilligal, served many purposes within the Covenant prior to the Great Schism. The LekGolo are an eel or worm-like species varying in weight and size. Generally, an individual LekGolo is around 1.5 meters, which is 5 feet long, and weighs anywhere from 5 to 30 kilograms, which is 12 to 65 pounds. The LekGolo are a colony-forming species that, when in a colony, can form sapient and intelligent units that are more akin to singular body, where each LekGolo serves as an organ, like units sending and receiving neural and hormonal transmissions. The hunters are the most rare colony within the LekGolo, tower above all the other Covenant races over 12 feet tall. Usually an individual hunter is actually one half of a larger colony, with the colony split into two individuals, both fitted with original resilient armor plating as well as formable fuel rod cannons. In combat, hunters are very rarely seen due to the bond of brothers between the hunters that derive from the same colony. In battle, the two bond brothers are deployed together, and if one falls, the other one will often go in extreme rage. The LekGolo can form into any different kind of individual bodies for any number of reasons, and have been seen forming oversized hunters as well as inner workings of the Covenant Scarab assault vehicle and the form. Now, how did the already existing Covenant tame this large colony of these worms that were also very intelligent, and some could say even more intelligent with more potential than the entire Covenant itself? Well, from the world of T, the LekGolo were born. T, a gaseous celestial body, was only gaseous after the extreme consumption and passing of many Forerunner artifacts by the LekGolo, who were nourished by the minerals. Upon this discovery by the early Covenant, the Age of Conversion, which was at 784 BC, the LekGolo were thought of as heretics, desecrating the sacred Forerunner artifacts. Because of this, the Hierarchs decided to exterminate the species. As you can see, it didn't really turn out that way. However, the outright destruction of the LekGolo would result in a complete loss of the Forerunner artifacts they resided in. Therefore, the Covenant waged a short and bloody ground campaign against the LekGolo, while the Arbiter of the time studied them. The Arbiter, eventually convinced that the LekGolo could be tamed and reasoned with, brought this information to the High Council. After extensive losses on the ground, the Covenant threatened to glass the planet and exterminate the species if they could not cooperate. The LekGolo, concerned with the survival of its species, agreed to be integrated with Covenant, becoming the first species to join after the original Writ of Union between Sancham and the Singeli. This event would later become known as the Taming of the LekGolo. During the Human Covenant War, LekGolo were mainly used as hunters or scarabs due to their destructive capabilities because of how the LekGolo were conscripted into the Covenant, which was mainly by force. They were extremely reserved. Many, if not all LekGolo, disregarded the Covenant religion in its great journey, much like the Ungoi. However, unlike the Ungoi, the LekGolo were pretty clear that they did not want to be in this. Most LekGolo, and rightfully, felt superior to lesser species within the Covenant, often ignoring them and their value. Zanchiam and the Singeli are exceptions to this rule, as the LekGolo depended on the will of the Hierarchs for their survival as a species. They respect the extreme ability of the Singeli as warriors, so they respected the Zanchiam as well as the elites, but all the other species they didn't really care about because more than likely they were also forced into the Covenant. This complete disregard towards lesser Covenant resulted in abnormally high rate of friendly fire from the hunters in combat. Aside from combat though, the LekGolo were used to explore the innards of the Forerunner dreadnought on the Covenant holy city High Charity. Despite their respect for the Singeli, it should be noted that a number of LekGolo remained loyal to the Covenant loyalists after the Great Schism. Presumably this is due to a secure and known lifestyle within the Covenant, or perhaps it was just for security. However, it was thought that the majority resided with the Covenant separatists and the Singeli. Most like a lot of the Covenant species, not much is known of the LekGolo after the Human Covenant War, other than the fact that many joined the Singeli Jumadama and his reconstructed Covenant. At this point, we just don't know. And that concludes the known history of the LekGolo. What do you guys think? Please leave your questions and comments down below, and be sure to check out HaloFollower.com for plenty more of your history ofs. As well as Thursday here, there will be a brand new Halo lore video every week. Catch you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, be sure to like this video up, and peace out.